Welcome everybody to the Sport Aces podcast here. I'm Chris Ortega. Tom Butcher is on the one side of me. On another side of me, we have a guest. She's representing Atlanta, Georgia. Currently grad student, I'm assuming grad student
I'm
undergrad.
about to graduate in May.
About to
Yes,
graduate in May, from Georgia
Georgia
State,
State.
you
Yup.
know. So we're gonna let her introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Summer McIntyre. I go to Georgia State University. I'm about to graduate. Got a major in psychology and a minor in journalism. I want to be like a sports analyst or market athletes because that's what I'm really passionate about. At first, I wanted to do something in psychology because psychology is nice, but when I really look back on it, I want to focus on something that is going to help me grow as a person. And I'm very knowledgeable in sports. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do sports now. I'm very knowledgeable in everything football. I'm knowledgeable in everything basketball. So I'm just like, you know what? I know I'm going to be the breadwinner growing up. I know I'm going to be that person that's going to be like the head of the table. So I'm like, you know what? I want to do something in sports. So I've always been very knowledgeable in sports. My first game I've ever been to was Indiana Pacers and Atlanta Hawks, and that was like in 2013. This is when LeBron was still in the Cavs, and LeBron was still in the Heat. So I was like, you know what? I like this. I like wrestling. I like sports. So anything sports, I will have a conversation and I will get very debatable about it. So just so you guys know and aware. So, you know, I'm open for new things. I'm open for topics. So
She's coming with a lot of energy,
I'm
Tom.
coming with a lot of heat. I'm coming with a lot of heat.
Let's see. We gotta see where it takes that time. We gotta see is it gonna match that energy, man. First thing first, man. Even though we're probably 9 days away now, I believe 9 days away from the Super Bowl.
Yup.
Um,
I'm ready for that too.
the Chiefs versus the Eagles, man.
Okay.
First thing first, man. This is the second time these teams meeting. Mahomes going for a three-peat. Jalen Hurts trying to win his first one with Saquon, being a new addition to the team. I know a good conversation we had today, earlier in my debate at work. Uh, how do we look at Jalen Hurts? Like, if he beat Mahomes, do all the criticism go away from him, or if he lose to Mahomes, is we putting him in that group of like the Josh Allen, the Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson? Um,
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like if Jalen Hurts wins on Sunday, because here's what I tell people at work. I am very confident in Jalen Hurts and his abilities. Okay, that you can say anything about Jalen Hurts, but one thing you can't say is that he is a bad leader. He took that loss that he did a couple years ago. You can't say that he's a terrible person because it's just like he got Saquon. He has all of the help that he needs. There is no excuse this time. Okay, he got the running back. He got all the offseason additions, and they're at the Super Bowl. There are a lot of greats out there that do all of these accolades, but they've never made the Super Bowl. He actually is there. He made it. I hate the fact that people are saying that Jalen Hurts can't do it because I feel like next Sunday he's going to do what a lot of people can't do, and that's beat Patrick. I think he's going to do it.
Tom?
If he does that, I'm sorry, if he does that, y'all need to put him in the Hall of Fame. You need to put him in that conversation. Period.
Wow. Hall of Fame, Tom.
I'm
Hall of
serious.
Fame.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
I mean, maybe it depends. I also don't agree with the criticism that Jalen Hurts gets just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's made the Super Bowl more times than any of those guys that you mentioned, like Josh Allen,
Yeah.
him and Burrow did his thing. He's got a Super Bowl appearance, but Hurts has led his team twice. Like, I don't get the criticism with Hurts is that he's not a great passer of the ball, but that's not his style. That's not the Eagles' style. They're a run game team. Like they've always now they got Saquon. And yeah, like Summer said, like there's really no excuse for them to lose this game. They got the best running back in the game. Like,
Period.
this is no matter what happens though, I feel like people are gonna criticize him, even if they win, because that's just what people do.
Yeah.
Like they like, oh, he only won because of this, he only won because of that. It's like, he led his team, and if he beats Patrick Mahomes, man, like he's up there. He's up there. He's already one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC. So I mean, if he can take that next level leap and win his first title, like and he's young. Eagles are a young team. Like their window. We talk about Super Bowl windows a lot here, Chris. You know that the Eagles are currently in that window. They got a couple more years, I think, of being in that window because they still got Brown and Smith, and Saquon will be there for probably a couple more years. They're going to sign him again. I'd be surprised if they don't re-sign him. I'd be shocked.
I think right now it's this is the moment where the Eagles can capture their Super Bowl.
I think
I
it's gonna happen.
think because early in the season, or matter of fact, in the off season, when you got Saquon coming to the Eagles, we was already saying this might be a favorite to go all the way. You add Saquon, now you add the running back to the mix because if you think about last time they played, really didn't have no other weapons, but like Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball more than usual, and you really didn't have no answer for like that performance. And then flags and penalties hurt them as well, the last matchup. So I think this time you gotta come in playing very disciplined against the Chiefs team. You have to make sure don't repeat the same mistakes. CJ Gardner Johnson, he need to not make the same mistakes.
Absolutely.
I think Jalen Hurts, I think the reason why we criticize Jalen Hurts, and I think the reason why he don't get mentioned in that conversation with the Lamar Jackson, the Josh Allen, the Joe Burrow, because when you look at his performance after that Super Bowl season, it wasn't MVP numbers. So when like you're not in the MVP conversations, it's like, nobody ain't gonna consider you in that conversation. They consider your running back being the reason why you're going to the Super Bowl, which running back played a huge role, but I think Jalen Hurts can make this game the game where he can put his stamp on it. Like if he throw for 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, and they win, and Saquon add like a couple rushing yards to the mix, he could like put a stamp on it and say like this was his game to win.
Yeah.
But I think, and then like I always says all the time, it's hard to bet against Mahomes because Mahomes always find a way to win. Like he got out of Buffalo, well they beat Buffalo, and you look at that Buffalo team, it's like Josh Allen could have took the game over.
Yeah.
But
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't
And
finish it.
and the play calling for the Bills, they just like Mahomes have their numbers. So it's just like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's like now this game is going to be all about strategy. It's going to be all about who's going to be the most disciplined, which X factor player is going to come out, and it's not going to be like I Saquon or Jalen or Mahomes or Kelsey. It's going to be like the underrated guys that we're not thinking about. Like, will Devontae Smith come out and have a great game? With like, DeAndre Hopkins come out of nowhere and just have 100-yard game unexpectedly. So, it's those X factors that play in the big games because last time, who would have thought Kadarius Toney would have been a big factor in that game?
Yeah.
So, like, you gotta look at those X factors, the guys that you know of, but like they ain't really make a huge impact in the playoffs so far.
Who's your guy for each team, Chris and Summer? Who are your guy? I personally, Juju Smith-Schuster for the Chiefs. I think he's
I believe that. I also think that Pacheco's going to have a big game. I feel like AJ Brown's going to have a great game. But at the end of the day, what we really need to talk about is discipline. I feel like that's going to be the big thing. And we also have to be careful of how the refs are going to be looking at things. It's little minor things that each team has to look out for because everybody says, you got to watch out for refs because every little call is in favor of the Chiefs. We've noticed that. We just have to be careful. It's all about discipline. It's who you have faith in to throw the ball to. You can't be throwing the ball any old kind of way because I'm going to be honest. Last week, I honestly thought the Bills were going to win because that game was very close. That last 2 minutes of the game, I thought the Bills were going to turn it into overtime, but apparently that did not happen. That did not happen. So we all have to be careful. You don't have to be careful. That game's going to be, mark my words, the Super Bowl, it's going to be just as close as the last time they both meet each other. But I feel like the Eagles are going to get their lick back some weird way.
As a resident Cowboys fan, a part of me don't want to see like Eagles fans like happy and winning because they'd be so annoying. The Cowboy fan in me is like, I pray for their downfall in this game. But then again, it's like you kind of want to see Mahomes lose to a guy that nobody in their right mind didn't even think about that we're going to take down Mahomes. Because the story, like if the Eagles win, think about the story you have. Like Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Like you can't criticize him no more like that because he got a Super Bowl, he got a ring before all our favorite quarterbacks got one.
Exactly. And my team's not even there. I'm hurt that my team got eliminated in the second round by the Bills. So I'm hurt.
Like that's what happened. Then like Saquon's story, amazing. Because think about it. You go back to that clip in Hard Knocks of them really debating, like, is Saquon really a factor anymore? Is he going to really play a big role elsewhere? And then look at this guy. 30 yards away from breaking the record in the regular season and postseason. Rushing yards.
I know they are hurt right now.
Oh, I would be sick if I'm Giants fans. Exactly. I would be sick because you literally gave the Eagles
a win,
potential Super Bowl now.
Hello.
Like now, the Eagles should. Matter of fact, if I'm the Eagles, if I win the Super Bowl, I will fuck around and give the GM a fucking ring for making that dumbass decision. Give him a ring for fucking up. Give him a ring. I would give him a ring if you let Saquon fall in my fucking lap. And then the money y'all didn't want to pay him, we paid him. And the crazy thing was, it wasn't too much.
It wasn't too much.
It wasn't too much. He just wanted to get a guaranteed deal. Y'all didn't want to do that.
And the thing about Saquon is that the Giants, they should have built around him. And they weren't even doing that. So even if he were to stay in New York, they weren't going to get any far. They weren't. I feel like him in Philly is a better addition for him because he's actually accomplishing something. Think about it. In your first year of you being in Philly, you're at the Super Bowl. That is amazing. That's amazing. All his talent, and he is at the Super Bowl in his first year there.
That is wild.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like I really wanted, as a Ravens fan, I really wanted Lamar Jackson to make it to the Super Bowl. If Derek and Lamar can lock in for next year and they make it to the Super Bowl, they owe the Titans a ring too. Because the Titans they weren't even building around Derek. It's just a Saquon Barkley effect, though.
I'm going to be honest, man. It's so much I can say about the Ravens, man.
Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm really hurt.
I've had this conversation. First of all, I love the nails resembling the, Ravens color scheme. I don't know if you've seen the time. Like, that's what I was like, damn. Just to give my little tidbit about the Ravens, for the people who sit here saying they need a number one receiver, I'm going to be honest, I'm not accepting no more excuses.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not accepting no more excuses from Lamar, from Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. The only reason why Joe Burrow get past this year because they didn't make the playoffs. But if they did, I already said in like a previous episode, the what ifs of how if Joe Burrow was in the playoffs, how that shit could have changed.
That would have changed
so much. It would change so much because then their first matchup would have been Josh Allen.
And they would have beat Josh Allen too.
And then if they beat Josh Allen, you had to go against Mahomes in the divisional. Then face Lamar in the conference. Oh my God.
That would have been lit. That would have been teeth.
That would have been the perfect playoffs.
And it's funny that you said that because I tell people this a lot. I said the Chiefs are not going to start all their starters in that final game because I was actually rooting for Joe Burrow to make it to the playoffs because they were on a winning streak. I said, watch them play all of their special teams and watch them play all the people who really don't play and that quarterback who really doesn't play. at all. And what did they do? They were afraid of Joe Burrow because if they would have ran that back, Joe Burrow would have had that.
Indeed. But the reason why Josh Allen and Lamar have no excuse in my book now, because Mahomes found a way to win.
Yeah.
He didn't have like no real true number one receiver like that. If you say DeAndre Hopkins, he's a little older now. He's still productive, but he's a little older now. He's not prime D Hop. He's like right at the border where it's like he still can make plays, but I ain't relying on too much for the 100 catch a season type of guy anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, next season I need Josh. First of all, the Bills need to figure out what the fuck they need to do to beat Mahomes. That's the first order of business because Mahomes it's sad because it feels like history repeating itself.
Yes.
Overall,
I
feel like history repeating itself because it was like how when Brady was winning, and you had certain guys like the Peyton Mannings, the Phillip Rivers, all the guys in the AFC that we was like, damn, they good teams, but they could never beat, that one guy. I'm gonna look at like Josh Allen, like I'm gonna look at Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, you just can't beat this one guy. That's like you're just sad because like you can have a great fucking year.
It's just that one guy that's
That
just real.
one guy's your kryptonite. Until you beat him in the playoffs, that's the only way you can get the monkey off your back and get off that stress. Lamar problem it's more like you're a great regular season quarterback. Postseason, I'm questionable about your, performance. I don't know if the on off switch comes in effect with him. First of all, run fucking Derrick Henry. Yeah, fucking Derrick Henry back there. Like,
That's your best. That's one of your best players there.
man, like what? It's the offensive coordinator, man. He playing too conservative. Don't play conservative, man. You gotta go out there from the jump and play aggressive. Because a lot of teams you need to like strike first. You can't play that laid back ball and then wait until they score first and then now want to be in the game. No,
Yeah, it
can't do
doesn't work
that.
that way. It does not work that way.
Tom, you got anything else on this matter?
You guys pretty much covered it, man.
Yeah,
Not
so
gonna lie.
yeah,
Like it's no one's been able to do it except Burrow. Maybe they should watch him. Maybe they should learn from him.
Yeah, Burrow's the only person who's able to do it.
And
It's
maybe
just
and Joe Brady, like you talk about the last drive of that game, like Joe Brady kind of sold with the play calling. There's only so like yeah, Josh Allen, like I'm not gonna say that, he definitely, needs to perform a little bit better in some scenarios. I mean, if you look at the stats from his playoff games, he's played super, super well. It's just like whenever he gets into that last little situation that he can never get over the hump. And like it's partially because, the play calling hasn't been great in those last drives, or it's just like, he can't they just can't beat the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs just have that they have their number. And they'll I don't know if it's I don't know. I just don't see I don't know. They need a number one guy, I feel like. And I know you said Mahomes doesn't have a number one guy, which is true. I don't know. It's the Chiefs. The Chiefs just have the best offensive and defensive scheme, and they always find a way.
they always find a way to win
it's
every
only
single game.
it's one guy that I'm gonna give credit to that people don't really think about.
And that's who.
Fucking Andy Reid. That's
Yeah.
the main guy we need to talk about there. Is Andy Reid is the fucking guy that can make anything look good. Like, come on, man. But
He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
yeah, but speaking of which, before we transition right over to the NBA side of things, just a matter that, you know, Tom and I spoke about that we don't agree with.
Which is
Um, I know everybody's seeing the alerts from Adam Schefter and all this information about the Justin Tucker
I
information. I'm gonna be honest. Um, I don't condone it. I feel like if you already seen one guy get put down and really had to get in trouble for it, please don't do that dumb shit. Like, come on, man.
I just saw that before coming on this
Like,
webcast.
like,
I'm not even gonna lie.
like,
Everybody's been posting it, and I saw it on what is that Instagram page? It's called Say Cheese TV, and it
mm.
said Justin Tucker did what he did.
Yeah, I mean
I
he did release he did release a full statement,
What
which
did he
you
say?
guys it's a long statement, but people can read it. Adam Schefter retweeted on X/Twitter, so you guys can read and make sure y'all feel like you know everything. Y'all feel like y'all can believe him. He just basically to sum it up. It's just basically saying the allegations is false. They're just trying to tear down his character, but all I gotta say is I'm a person of when the video footage or the actual
Exactly.
people start speaking up, like physically in person, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, come on, man, stop being horny, man. That's my key word. Stop being horny, pissing me
My thing
off.
is that's crazy because it's just like season just ended for the Ravens, and they just posted that, and I'm just like, Justin, I really do hope that that is not true because Justin, if we're going to be real, he minds his business. He just kicks the ball and then he just leaves. It's a And let me ask you this: since we're talking about this, do you believe Deshaun Watson? Do you think that he's guilty of his crimes that he did since he's settling everything? I just need more receipts from the Justin Tucker thing. I don't want to be quick to judge. I will feel better if we get a video footage of him doing what they're saying that he's doing. We get receipts. I want Justin to give receipts. I'm not saying this as a Ravens fan. I'm not saying this as a Ravens fan. I need to see both sides, period. Because they say that he's been banned from 2 shots. I need to see receipts from everybody.
Indeed,
I'm
That's fair.
playing
indeed.
Switzerland. I'm playing Switzerland right now.
That's fair.
That's
That's a
fair. That
respect.
is fair. I respect it. But
That's what everybody should
uh
do.
yeah. But man, we're gonna transition right to the NBA, man. The NBA trade
Yeah.
deadline, February 6th.
And it's going to be here before you know it, y'all.
Next Thursday. It's been a lot of reports of a lot of big names that supposedly supposed to be traded. Right now, I know the big name that everybody's wondering is Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Right now, they in the like standoff right now. It's like
Mm-hmm.
both of them got guns pointing at each other, trying to see who gonna blink first. And it's like, personally, I feel like the Heat need to trade Butler. I think right now, the from what the reports that I'm seeing on ESPN's in, from that source, that the Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns are searching for a third or fourth team to make the Jimmy Butler deal works. ESPN's Bobby Marks reported on Sports Center that he still have no interest in taking back the 2 years and $111 million left on Bradley Beal's contract, even after the Suns picked up the 3 tradable first round picks from the Utah Jazz last week. Man, that Bradley Beal contract, man, like
That thing is a lot.
it's crazy that the last thing the Wizards did was give him that deal,
Mm-hmm.
knowing it was gonna fuck up every other team contracts the minute they want to trade Bill. Man, I'm gonna be honest. The Wizards was playing chess in that moment. They really fucked everything up. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I need Bradley Bill to like kind of restructure this contract or do something because
Yeah, yes, he needs to do something. I feel like if the Suns find a way to get Jimmy Butler, Bradley is leaving because who else would they have to leave? Who else is going to go? It has to be him because his contract. It would make logical sense because Jimmy is a big name. Whether you like him or hate him, Bradley is a big name. They're going to figure something out. I guarantee you, they're going to figure something out. If I had to put a bet in, I would say that it would be logical for Jimmy to go to the Suns because where else would he go? They're not going to put him on a garbage team. They're not going to put him in the Wizards or the Hornets. or something like that. It wouldn't be logical sense for you to be in a team where they actually do have a chance to actually make it to the playoffs. And I feel like it's got to be the Suns. Devin, Jimmy, and KD. That's a period right there. I feel like he's going to go to the Suns.
You go ahead, Tom.
I mean, this whole situation, man. Like he's had, like we've talked about him. We've. I feel like every year it's like there's something new with Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's been pretty quiet since he went to Miami, but I mean, yeah, he obviously has made it well known that he wants to go to Phoenix. I mean, they're gonna have to find. It's just like I just don't know how they're gonna make it work. Like obviously they need multiple teams because they have zero cap space. Like after they brought in Beal, after they brought in Durant, like they went all in, and they obviously haven't made it to the finals since they had Chris Paul. But I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see Jimmy in a different scenario. Obviously, I mean Pat Riley and him, like you said, Chris, they're on a standoff, so he ain't going back there. In Miami, it'd be interesting to see Bradley Beal in a Miami Heat uniform. I feel like they'd put him and Hero together though. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but I like Jimmy in Phoenix though. I like him there.
I still don't think none of that shit's gonna work in Phoenix.
No,
Even if
It won't
even
work. But
if he
in
goes to Phoenix, it's just gonna be another disaster part 3. Because what people have to realize, we seen Jimmy Butler on teams with other stars. You know, we seen him with the Sixers with Embiid and Simmons. That had potential to be good, but the Sixers didn't work. And then, I felt like Miami was a good way to, like, this is your team. You got Bam, you got Tyler Hero. Look, man, you 3 guys, man, y'all really run the team, but Jimmy, this is all on you now. But you unhappy there, as you say in your press conference. I think him going to the Suns, it'll be a fresh start, but it's like now it's kind of like you guys gotta really make a deep playoff run to silence critics, because now it's gonna be like all the arguing, all this back and forth, and you at the destination you want to be at. Can it work? And I think honestly, man, and the person who I feel bad the most in this whole matter, I feel bad for Devin Booker, because in his career, you went to the NBA Finals with Chris Paul. Then that following year, didn't they get swept by the Mavs? They got swept, didn't they?
no, it was Game 7.
It was Game 7. And you want to go back there, but you never had a chance to go back no more. Because now you have new ownership. The ownership don't know what the fuck they doing. I'm gonna be honest. The ownership don't know what they doing. He thinking, oh, it's gonna work. No, it's not.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like a lot of these owners probably never played a game of basketball. I don't think they understand the the team chemistry of the game. But like, just because you have 3-star players, that's not gonna work most of the time. Because everybody has a different style of play. It's not, and everybody, and the problem was, and I think now I'm starting to see a trend of like teams kind of like moving away from it. The big threes, era is done.
It's dead.
It's dead now. Like, you don't need to have a big 3 now. You need to have a team of like guys that's in your star lineup that's good chemistry, and you need a great bench players now. You need to have a great bench. bench players, and then you be good. But I we gonna see, man, what's gonna happen before next Thursday. And
Yeah.
speaking of another big known player, the Sacramento Kings is
They made
putting
me sick.
De'Aaron Fox on the trade block. They right now, the Kings said they want a win now players in return for Fox. Uh De'Aaron Fox want to play with Wemby in San Antonio. Uh so yeah, I mean, like how y'all feel about like De'Aaron Fox being on
I
the
feel like
trade block?
I feel like he needs to stay in Sacramento because say what you want, they can make a playoff run. We need to compare and contrast. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that the Spurs can help you make that run? Let's be honest.
Not right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Y'all just let's just prove my point for real. At least with the Kings, they can really put up a fight. They can really put up a fight. The last time they made a playoff run, granted, they got eliminated the first round. That was a really great series, if I do say so myself. But what I'm saying is, they can act if they can actually lock in and get things together. They can make a playoff run. I can't say confidently that the Spurs are their keys to making it to the playoffs. I can't say that confidently.
I mean,
Mm,
yeah, I think De'Aaron's a great player. Like he's averaging 25 a game this season. He's been ever since he's come into the league, I feel like he's improved every season.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, I understand from the Kings perspective, like he's got a big contract and blah blah blah, whatever, and like maybe they don't see the vision of them. But yeah, the Spurs are on the up and are on the come up for sure, and Chris Paul is old. So I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see De'Aaron and Wemby. That'd be a sick combination.
That would be it.
But I mean, in terms of his career, yeah, right now he obviously has a better chance with Sacramento, but maybe down the line,
Yeah.
you never know. The Spurs could add some pieces and they could make a run. But yeah, I mean, it might look bad right now, like just hearing it, like, oh, Darren Fox going to the Spurs, like they have been like, trash lately. Like they're not the same team they used to be, but they have that generational piece in the middle. And people are gonna want, I feel like that'll attract some more free agents. If you have two star players on the team, that might have some older guys want to come, like some role players that can help them get better. So I don't know. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see De'Aaron Fox go to San Antonio. I think it'd be cool.
so I did a trade analyzer, on Fanspo, and if you trade De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, the trade you have to give the Kings, you have to let go Devin Vassell. Stephon Castle have to go,
Mm,
unfortunately. Ain't that
that's
UConn guy?
unfortunate.
Ain't that UConn guy? Yeah, that's Tom's favorite guy. He's a UConn guy.
They should not get rid of Castle, bro.
They gonna have to. They're gonna have to get rid of like a lot of key pieces, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
They're
man.
actual good players.
I think if you have to get rid of Castle, you don't do the trade. Because Castle's a promising young player. Like De'Aaron Fox isn't old, but Castle's like 20, 21, like maybe even
Oh,
younger. He might be like
oh, he's a
20.
baby. Yeah, he's a baby.
And he's got a lot of potential. Like he's an athletic freak, great defender. Like he's gonna be the point guard of the future. Like they might already have that point guard. So it's like if you bring De'Aaron, that stunts his growth and opportunity to get better. But if he's on the Kings, he doesn't have. I mean, he has Sabonis, but like they don't have that guy in the middle like Wemby. So it's like
Now you know who I think they would trade.
Mm.
In my honest opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if Keldon Johnson be on that trade.
that'd be
But
yeah, they get rid of him. He doesn't even start.
He
Oh, I
doesn't even
mean,
start.
he doesn't start. So like they'd be like, all right, yeah, sure, you can have Kelton Johnson. Like Johnson's a good player, but like if you're getting someone like De'Aaron Fox, yeah, he's expendable.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give somebody up for him.
man,
Clock
like
that T. You're gonna have to give somebody up.
all I know is, man, we gonna see some interesting trades happening, man.
And it's gonna happen
Because
so fast.
it's gonna be like our heads spinning around because we're gonna be like, what in the world is happening? Another thing I want to bring up Adam Silver. I know this is not nothing on your timeline. I know this is the least of your worries or concerns, but please do not change nothing about the time.
Time. I knew that was coming. I knew
Don't
that was
change
coming.
it from 12 to 10. You know what you
It's gonna
need to
happen.
do?
What?
You need to have better team. You need to tell these teams to compete more. Stop with this. Oh, I'm not going to really play for it. No, what you need to start doing if they not hurt, like the bone coming off the leg, if they not seriously hurt, tell them to fucking play.
Speak on it.
I hate this whole. Oh, I'm sitting now because I don't feel like playing. No, because now you're ruining the fan experience, and that's why you have a problem with ratings because nobody not watching the games no more.
Exactly. And this All-Star game needs to be changed too.
Oh my fucking God. This All-Star game.
It's gonna
Jesus.
be whack, man.
Give me back the 2000s All-Star game, man.
That was lit.
When
The
Kobe
last
and AI was going at each other. Like, give me those games.
Give me when it was the really nice dunk contest that we actually understood. Like, well, the last good one was with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. That was the last good one that we had. Even though Aaron should have won that. Aaron Gordon got robbed. I'm just being
Yeah.
If it's anything that I would say that I would be okay for him to change, you could cut down the NBA season. Cut down a couple games.
What you mean?
Like maybe cut down maybe 10 games. I'm okay with that.
I'll be okay with that.
Season back, like 72 game season.
Yeah, give me a 72 or 70 game season. I'm okay with that.
That'd be nice. I'll be okay with that.
I'm okay with that period because 82 games, it's not wrong with it. If you want to care about the health of these players and want them to keep playing all around, cut down to 70 and see how it pans out.
Yeah.
See how it do. Nice. I ain't gonna go too crazy. Say we need 6. No. 70 should be good. Yeah. 70 should be good. Because I think that season will probably start November period, most likely. Mid-November. So you got a good mix of things. So that's one thing. Referees is gonna always have bad fucking calls.
Terrible calls.
We're gonna complain about officiating till the day we die about sports.
They do it in the NFL every day.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter how I feel about things. But Tom Thibodeau said it best, man, and his thoughts was on the matter was, end quote, I think what the fans enjoy is great competition. I think we need to focus on the competition aspect of it. Everything else will fall into place, which is true because when I watched the NBA games when I was younger, they was going at it like it was the playoffs. Every regular season game was damn, these guys, you don't want to miss it because it was getting real serious. Now it's you don't really get no real true defense played. It's you're seeing guys going through the motion. And then when the All-Star game comes up, nobody's not really giving a damn about the All-Star game. Nobody don't want to participate in the All-Star games. So it's why am I want to watch the NBA anymore? They don't even take it serious.
Exactly.
That's the ratings problem.
Please speak it. And this dunk contest, we asked for Ja Morant. We asked for all of the people who actually dunk. I'm not getting upset of the people who they chose, but they really do not listen to fans. I get it. We asked for Ant-Man. Granted, we asked for also Ja. Those are people who are really great at dunking. So why are they giving us people who we did not ask for?
But it is a player's choice. I think it's a player's choice that they do want to participate or not too. So I think they probably reached out. And I think with some guys, and this is why some players, I think this is when we need to go back to kind of getting other guys, guys in their rookie season, sophomore season, those were the guys who I remember like was in them contests or everything. 3-point
Hello.
contest, dunk contest, skills challenge. Another thing they need to bring back in All-Star Weekend that I thought was pretty dope as a kid was a shooting stars contest. When you had like a NBA player, a NBA legend, and a WNBA player. That was
That would
like
be cute.
from like the same team. Like they was like from Dallas. Yeah, Dallas Wings, Dallas Mavericks, and like a legend from Dallas.
That
You
would be
know,
cool. That would be cute.
somebody from the Spurs. Well, when you don't have the San Antonio Silver Stars no more, that's how you know I'm a true WNBA guy. San Antonio Silver Stars ain't there no more, but you could get somebody from Las Vegas Aces. It's things like that. It's like bring those kind of things back to the game. When the skill challenge, I like they try to include big men, but fuck, I need to see a center trying to do a skill challenge.
Exactly.
I don't need that. Give me the point guards. Like the point guards that we look at as facilitators. Bring them back into the skills challenge game. Make it just point guard only. You know?
Yeah, I know.
But I the dunk contest, give me the guy from the neighborhood that's doing all these crazy dunks. Give me those guys. So they can be in the NBA for a day. And then the NBA guys will feel like, damn, y'all ain't respect it. Y'all guys just prima donnas. Prima donnas a little bit, man. Y'all need to go back to that edgy mindset that we used to love back in the day
Exactly.
from the
Speak it.
players.
Please speak on it. Speak on it.
So, yeah, that's my feelings of the matter. How do y'all feel overall?
Overall, I feel like the NBA needs to start listening to the fans more. I feel like they don't listen. They just take ideas they think that fans would like and run with it. They don't be listen. They don't listen to us. I'm just being real. They don't. I feel like with this, I was really looking forward to All Star. I was looking for a dunk contest. Hopefully, it will be better this year than next year, but it's not going to be the same. I really wanted Ant Man to be there. I wanted Ja Morant to be there. I feel like they are letting everybody's past deflect their future. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, Ant Man. I'm a fan of him, even though y'all always come for like his addiction with women and all of that. Y'all always come for that, and y'all use that as a negative. And his cussing with refs, y'all always use that, and I think that's why they probably didn't pick him for this year. And with Ja with the guns and everything, I feel like that reflects his future for this year, and that's why they probably didn't choose him. But y'all need to stop. If we're asking for them, why are you choosing players that nobody even thought of or asked for? I'm not taking it away from them. I'm happy for them. I'm not being a hater, even though I'm the biggest hater I know. But come on now. I am the biggest hater that I know.
Good time.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we all know that All-Star Weekend's taking a complete dive off of a cliff. Like the last time it was actually good was when Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon won the dunk contest. And
Speak it.
Zach LaVine has mentioned maybe coming back. Like he sort of teased it, which would be fun. Don't get me wrong, but just even the game, like the All-Star game in itself, it just sucks now. Like it's not, it's just a gimmick. Like it's all like it's whatever the NBA wants. Like they don't care what we want. They're just like, oh, whatever's gonna make us money. But in reality, it's really not making them that much money. It's like no one's
No,
watching.
nobody's watching it. That's why
And
y'all ratings are going down.
All-Star Weekend's just like I used to be excited. I used to when I was like 15, 16 years old, I was like, yes, All-Star Weekend's this weekend, like dunk contest, 3-point contest, like all the stars are gonna be there, like all these guys. Like now it's like, oh, it's whatever. Like I'll watch the highlights after. Like even like last year, Mac McClung, like, yeah, he's a great young dunker, like he's high flying, but like he's gonna be in it this year, and like it's like whatever, like cool.
It's just another All-Star Weekend to me now, man.
Yeah.
It's something to put on the background. I'm like, oh, that's happening. Cool.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, speaking of the All-Star Weekend, I know Caitlin Clark made that decision to not participate in that head to
Yeah.
head matchup.
She wants to do her own in July, is it?
Well,
Whenever
no, she wanted to do it when she participated in WNBA 3-point
Yeah.
contest, which I applaud her for doing
Yeah.
because for the W brand, I respect it because for her to like have this, understanding of like how big her brand is, and if you can help the WNBA grow with your brand, kudos to you. Build that brand, because people is probably feeling like why she declined the All Star head-to-head matchup. What is she gaining from going to an NBA All Star weekend?
Nothing.
She's not gaining nothing. She's not gaining nothing. Like y'all not helping her brand. Like she really only helping the NBA brand, which she's not obligated to do that. She's gonna look
She's
out
not.
for the WNBA. And I know everybody wondering like, oh, why she ain't playing Unrivaled this year? Why she ain't be a part of this? I think Caitlin Clark, I think this year she just wanted to rest, guys. She want to take a break away from basketball. Y'all people forget like she went from playing in the national championship game to the WNBA draft to training camp for the WNBA team for the Fever, then go and play in the WNBA season, and your legs still not fresh. Like,
It's not. It's not fresh.
and then when everybody was like making the hoopla about her not playing the Olympics, I think it was better for her just to rest.
Yeah.
Because you see what happened post Olympic break. Oh, damn, she going crazy. That's the Caitlin we need. Fresh legs, not tired, body well rested, not thinking about basketball.
Speak on
Like,
it.
yeah, like that's what makes her great as an athlete. So I think, I can't wait till this next WNBA season coming up because it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good. All these trade deadlines and everything. We're gonna see who does who. We're gonna see who stand on business. We're gonna see what
But
team's gonna make it to the finals.
indeed. But before we jump into the WNBA, just two quick takes I want y'all to have.
Okay.
My first quick take is, what's your thoughts on Jalen Hurts pregame outfit before the NFC Championship game? Tom, I don't know if you ever seen this movie called New Jack City. It's a guy named Nino Brown that Wesley Snipes, the actor, played. I need whatever you do tonight. Google search that movie and type in Nino Brown, and immediately you'll be like, "Oh, this is Jalen Hurts right there." That's right. Summer,
I think
what's
he looked excellent. Jalen could do no wrong in my eyes. If he would have lost, then everybody would have came for him. But we're clocking the T. Jalen, you can do no wrong in my eyes.
yeah, that's funny. And my second quick take that I want to get your opinion on. Embiid missed 47% of
He makes
his
me sick.
regular season games.
He makes me
In
sick.
my opinion, and I seen the podcast talk about this, and I'm kind of believing in this guy's podcast idea. I
Right.
think the Sixers need to start looking at options to get him out of there, man.
Right. Right.
Go ahead, take for Cooper Flag, man. Go ahead,
Doing everything.
listen to offers where it be, or start tanking for Cooper Flag so you can look at and be like, he might be going out
Using
here,
all your
buddy.
paid time off. You're using all your PTO.
Time look at me like, whoa, what?
I mean,
He's using
47%
all his
of games, man. I mean, what is it?
40%.
It comes out to like, wasn't it like he gets 400,000 per game.
400K.
And
Man, are you missing it?
he's
Child.
probably it's probably I think it's over 100 mil. Something like that. It's crazy.
Man, you give me
He's such a like
400K.
it's ridiculous. Like he won MVP and then ever since then he has done nothing.
Nothing. Speak on it. He has done
Man,
absolutely
he's the
nothing.
biggest
Collect a
what
check.
if. Like, and I feel bad because like injuries have plagued him, and it's
No,
unfortunate.
but this is getting like absurd
But
now.
now it's like
What is it with the Sixers, man? Ben Simmons, now him. It's like, bro.
like
And Paul George is out too. Like
Tell
Like
me, man, just go
they're
ahead
not.
and tank,
The thing
man.
is, Chris, they're not bad enough to tank for Cooper Flag because the Wizards are so bad. The Wizards are so poverty that they're going to end up getting Cooper Flag, and I
They
feel
are
bad for Cooper Flag because he's going to go into a terrible team and a terrible
terrible
organization. They've never
organization.
done anything to. They've never won anything ever, and now Cooper Flag is going to be stuck there. It just sucks because
It does suck.
he's such a promising young talent, and then he's going to be stuck in Washington where they're 6-40. They're on pace to possibly break
Oh,
the losses record. Like it's crazy how bad they are.
it's terrible. These
Like
men are terrible.
the last time the Wizards had any sort of hope was John Wall and Bradley Beal, and they couldn't even make the conference finals. Like
It's really bad. I'm gonna really feel bad, and they're gonna keep tanking so they can get this first round pick. But here's the thing, y'all: if even if you tank and get the first round pick, 9 times out of 10 you might not get it because the Hawks were able to get it, and they weren't even
yeah,
as
exactly.
bad as
The
like other
Wizards
teams.
might not even get the pick. That's the
That's
thing
what
about
I'm
the
telling
NBA
you,
lottery that's so messed up. It's like because
and it's so funny,
The NFL, if you have the worst record, you're getting the first pick. In the NBA, you could be the worst team in the league and still get like the fifth pick.
which is ridiculous.
I
That's
mean, it's
comical.
kind of fun. It is funny because it demotes you from thinking in the tanking way. Like obviously, if you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have the best chance of getting number one pick, but that's never how it happens. Like the NBA, like there's been a lot of conspiracy. We've talked about this in the past, like with the draft and how teams just like the owner or the commissioner can just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna give this team the first pick because they're a big market and there's a big star coming out.
Yeah, ain't nothing. I'm gonna be honest, man. The Wizards just a horrible organization, man. Like, we're just gonna say it out there, man.
It's them and Charlotte. They're two organizations that just
I'm gonna give Charlotte the benefit of the doubt right now.
why?
I'm gonna
Why?
give them a bit of a doubt right now because I gotta see how the rest of the season play out for them this year. I gotta see how the rest of the season play out for them this year.
They're not gonna do anything. Like
The
They're not.
Jazz, I would have
L.
said the Jazz. I would have said the Jazz.
No, but the Jazz like have at least had some, success in recent years, and they have a history of success back in the 80s and 90s. The Hornets have never been good. Wizards
But they've
never
been
been.
mid. They've been mid before.
Okay, I won't say the Wizards are.
They've been mid.
The Hornets are worse, have a worse history than the Wizards do.
I mean, because they were the Bobcats, and yeah, the GOAT thinking he was the GOAT in the front office, but
No,
you know,
they're
he
just
was
like
like the Kwame Brown of like front office executives. Sorry, Michael Jordan. But
well, it just sucks because the Wizards had the number two pick this year, and they just like there was nothing for them. This draft class has just been
The draft class is not the same.
yeah,
dog.
this draft class, I ain't gonna lie. This draft class we just
I
recently
mean, Castle's
had,
been a bright spot, but everybody else is just like a wash.
man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This was a dumpster juice draft class
I
in
mean,
my opinion.
everybody was calling Alexander Sarr like this generational guy from France. He's 7 feet tall. He can shoot the ball. I haven't seen him do shit. He hasn't done anything. Maybe he's a good defender, can't score. He's inefficient.
Garbage. That's what we're gonna say. But
Yeah, I'll give Sarr the benefit of the doubt because again, he's with the Wizards, but still.
yeah, man, I mean, Kyle Kuzma think he's the franchise player there. So I mean
He's not. He's not.
that tells you everything about the Wizards. He think he's the franchise guy there. So I mean,
I feel bad for Jordan Poole because he signed a big deal there and now he's stuck there for a couple of years. So
that's
And the thing
because
that is so crazy,
go ahead, Summer.
and it's crazy that you talked about Kyle Kuzma. He had can we just clock the T real quick, y'all? Let's clock the T. He had a chance to go to a team and get out of that Wizard situation, but he's like, oh no, I don't want to leave them. You're stupid because you're not going to be winning anytime soon, man.
I don't think he cares. He just wants to check.
That's his gimmick.
He just want to get the bag. That's all he want to do.
And I respect it. There's some players, some NBA players just want the money. They don't give a fuck about winning. There's a lot of guys.
He need to be arrested for stealing money, man.
Being a fraud.
He is stealing money for no reason, man.
That man's being a fraud. I'm telling y'all.
Embiid is the biggest fraud, bro. He makes so much money and just
Oh
sits on.
my gosh.
I call him Joel M. Fraud. I tell people that and they're just like, Summer, that's not nice. No, he injures people. He uses all his paid time off, and he's been off all this entire time.
The guy's good when he steps on the court. It's just he doesn't
Speak on
step
it.
on the court. He doesn't step on the court.
He's just not on the court.
He drops. He'll walk out there and cakewalk to a 30-12 game, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't play. So
Washington
But
speaking.
but outside the NBA, man, back to the WNBA. Just some notable signings or trades that's happened. Courtney Vandersloot, who played for the Liberty this past season, past 2 seasons, won a title with them. She's looking to return back to the Chicago Sky, which is perfect for her, being that she was a guard and now coming back to Chicago Sky, where now you got Angel Reese and Carmela Cardoso. Yeah, that's gonna be a good pickup there. The blockbuster trade that everybody was like, damn. Kelsey Plum to the Sparks, Drew Lloyd to the Aces.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it was kind of like a good lateral move between the two teams
Yeah,
because they really it wasn't like they upgrade or downgraded. Neither
they
team.
didn't.
I think the Sparks actually upgraded because
Yeah, Sparks about to win now.
you have that of Kelsey Plum of a champion now going to the young Sparks team, which were Kid Jackson and Cameron Brink. It's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be
Let's
dangerous.
clock it. Let's clock it. Sparks
Uh,
actually gonna make it somewhere.
oh man, Alyssa Thomas and Ty Asia Harris to the Mercury for Natasha Cloud and Rebecca Allen. Man,
These
uh,
girls are shaking the table.
it's crazy because they made this trade and they made the post with Brittany Griner on there. And then a couple hours later, Brittany Griner signs to Atlanta Dream on a 1-year deal. My
Man,
God, we have a big three in Atlanta with Brittany Griner, Ryan Howard, and Alicia Gray. Man.
Brittany's actually pretty good, so y'all can't say she bad. Y'all just don't want to like her, even though all she
Oh,
does is,
I'm
even though she fights, but it's okay.
nah, it's just be funny, man, because it's just the moments that it's things Brittany Griner say that just make me laugh. I'd be like, yo, I'd be forgetting she's a whole woman sometimes. So
Yeah.
I be
She
forgetting
wants to be
sometimes.
called Pops, but you're right.
I be forgetting sometimes. I'd be like, yo, I'd be laughing because the moment it's the sound bites that's I'm like, yo, I wasn't ready for this. But nah, man, the WNBA season gonna look like it's gonna be very promising, man.
It's gonna be something.
And another thing, man, shout out to Angel Reese for that new partnership with McDonald's.
Oh, I'm about to cut up. My big back tail about to get some.
The fact that like I barely eat McDonald's,
We
but
gotta
I
go now.
know but I know people look at me like, bro, you like you ate 3 double cheeseburgers already. I know the joke's probably gonna be seen in somebody watching this, but nah, she launching her Angel Reese special starting February 10th. Barbecue bacon quarter pounder with cheese that features new barbecue sauce, and it's gonna be the first signature meal by a female athlete. That's big. That's big right there.
That's big. Let's
That's
clap
big
the
time.
tea, y'all.
Hell
Big
yeah.
time.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to Anscape, man, for the story, man. This is dope. Yeah, man. But like I would another big news that's been headlining. Nashville has bid to join the WNBA for a team to be in the WNBA. Nashville, Tennessee, WNBA team there. Ooh. And like the investor group include Candace Parker, Peyton Manning, entertainers Tim McGraw, and Faith Hill.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it.
The team will be named the Tennessee Summit in honor of the late Lady Vols coach of legend, Pat Summit. I ain't gonna lie,
It's gonna be
that
fine,
that
but the question is who's gonna be on the team.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of loving the new like expansion teams though in the WNBA.
I like it.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of which, I need to look at some WNBA store gear because I do have some stuff I need to buy. But
I
anyways,
will admit, there are some players I do have to buy their jerseys of. There are some people who I do like and tolerate, so I will have to get on that.
Hey, Tom, we gotta go to the WNBA game, man.
I mean, we're right there, man. Connecticut
Yeah, yeah,
Sun.
yeah, we're right here, in Connecticut Sun. So I mean, we might as well just go to Connecticut Sun game and be like big fans. But oh man, to conclude this episode, man, we have any last takes? Tom, do you have any last takes?
Any last take? Hmm, let me think. I feel like I like everything. You know what I'm saying? I love both of y'all. I love doing videos. So if you need anything else, clock it. Everybody, if you're watching this, follow me on Instagram at Summer the Ninja. Same for my TikTok. I will be posting more. Clock that T. So let's clock that T, everybody. I will be posting more sports stuff. You're
Yes.
funny.
No,
Woody
this
Woody
is.
Johnson needs to sell the team. I'll say that every episode.
Oh man, come on, man. You have hope, man. You have hope. You're not like the Cowboys. Not
Bro,
like the
Woody Johnson was
Cowboys.
like, there was a report I saw like a couple days ago. He's like, oh, I need to take a step back and let the coaches do the thing. I'm like, finally be an owner. Like, get
You
that.
know who I
Like,
can't wait to say that? Fucking
Oh,
Jerry Jones. That's why I can't wait. Jerry
he's gonna
Jones, do
leave.
that.
hey, listen,
He's
at
gonna
least
leave.
Jerry Jones isn't sitting in the box with a headset on with a play sheet. Okay. Woody Johnson was sitting in a box. You didn't see this, bro? During the season, he was sitting in the box with a headset and a play sheet. Like, step back, dude. Step back. Like, we don't want your input. Just own the team. Make the
I need
financial
to see this
decisions.
footage.
Let the GM do it himself. I don't want you interfering. Like, let the guys do the job that you hire them for. Like, sit your ass back and watch. Okay, you're not supposed to be involved. You're an owner. You own the team. You don't run the operations. Okay, sit back and watch.
Sit
And,
back.
and my last take would be I just pray that it doesn't be a shit show this next season.
You know it
I
is. You
just
know it's coming.
I know. But let me just be
Bro, I'm gonna make so
positive.
much fun of you if the Cowboys don't draft Ashton Genty. I'm gonna be so.
We're looking for a wide receiver apparently. So right now,
It's
I'm gonna
just me.
just I just want to be here as a
After you
fan.
let Tony Pollard walk.
Let's be positive, okay? I just want to let people know I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. We're gonna
Are you?
get through the season. We're gonna make sure we're either gonna go. It could go good. It can be surprising. It can go bad. If it go bad, I want it to go horrible so we can be in the top three
Thank for
picks.
Arch.
You know, that's
Thank
what.
for Arch, man.
Hold on. Let me put this up again because I definitely put it last episode. Here we're tanking for Archie. 3 and 14, tanking for Archie, baby.
Does he
That's
have
what
two more
we.
years though? I think he has 2 more years.
It's not about that, man. We'll
It's
talk
two
to the
more years.
Mannings.
You're
We'll
gonna
talk to
keep.
the Mannings. We'll talk to the Mannings. He only gonna be a 1 year starter. We'll talk to the Mannings.
That's not how it works, dude.
Hey, we don't be negative about the Jets too much. Let's be positive about the
I'm not
Cowboys.
being negative about the Cowboys. I'm just telling you.
Let me live in delusion land, okay? Let
Two
me
more
live
years.
in
Dingalulu is the new Salulu.
like
Fair
let me
enough.
That's
be
the
delusional, okay?
Fair enough.
I'm going through a mental breakdown right now because we got this guy we don't know. This guy never had like a top 15 offense ever in his career. Jerry just saying a bunch of dumb shit, saying this was the most high risk job. Okay, guy,
Yeah,
but
that's real confidence in your hire there, Jerry, huh?
yeah, he sounded
Real
like
confidence.
he sounded like he was crying for Brian Schottenheimer, but like Tio was crying for Tony Romo. That's my head coach, man. Like, no. But other than that, though, man, thank you, Summer, for joining us this
it's no
episode.
problem.
Y'all can go ahead, subscribe, comment, like, and give us a good rating. Share it with your friend. Tell your friend to share with another friend. But
Absolutely.
to conclude this episode, I'm Chris Ortega,
Tom
I'm
Bucciferro.
I'm Summer Styles.
and we will see you next episode.